morning students. Now let us study the next gas law, that is the Dalton's law of partial pressures. Now partial pressure means individual pressure of the gas which is present in the mixture of gases. Now this Dalton, we know that he put forth the atomic thing, but also there are the this law is also formulated by the Daltons, John Dalton in 1801. Now this law is applicable for those gases which do not react chemically on mixing them. That means there is no any reaction between the gases when we mix them into each other. For this law is applicable, Dalton's law. The pressure exerted by the individual gas in the mixture of two or more gases is called as the partial pressure. It is also the pressure of each gas that would exert if there were present the gas alone. Now this is also the pressure of each gas would exert if it were present alone. Now the pressure of the alone gas or individual gas is called as the partial pressure. Now what is the statement of this Dalton's law of partial pressure? Now see the statement. The total pressure of a mixture of two or more non-reactive gases, the total pressure of the mixture of two or more but non-reactive gases is the sum, that is addition, sum of the partial pressures of the individual gases in the mixture. What is Dalton's law? The total pressure of a mixture of two or more non-reactive gases is the sum. The total pressure is the sum of the partial pressures of the individual gases present in that mixture. Now, suppose mathematically the Dalton's law is expressed as P is the total pressure of the mixture, and this P1, P2 and P3 and so on, they are the partial pressures of the individual gases. Then mathematically Dalton's law is given as P total is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 and so on. But one condition is at that time is volume and temperature of the gas must be constant at that time when we measure the pressure of the mixture and the individual pressures of the gases, that is the partial pressures. So mathematically P total pressure of the mixture is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 and so on when volume and temperature is constant. Now here P total is the total pressure of the mixture of the gases, and P1, P2, P3 are the partial pressures of the individual gases, 1, 2, 3 in the mixture and so on. Now that means gas number 1, gas number 2 and gas number 3. They have the partial pressure P1, P2 and P3. Now let us see again more about the partial pressure and mole fraction of the gases. From the ideal gas equation, we know the ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. So I rearrange this ideal gas equation as P is equal to nRT divided by V. Now what is the condition of Dalton's law? Temperature and volume are constant. So volume and temperature are constant here. Now we know that in the given gas, in that mixture, that is the temperature, volume and gas constant, all these three quantities are constant here. Then what we can say that the pressure, that is the partial pressure, individual pressure of any gas in the mixture is directly proportional to the number of moles of that gas, that is amount of the gas. V is constant. Now, so the individual pressure, that is the partial pressure of a gas in a mixture of gases is directly proportional to its amount in the mixture. Amount means number of moles in the mixture. Now, from the equation, ideal gas equation, we can say that so the individual pressure or partial pressure of a gas in a mixture of gases is directly proportional to amounts of mixture amount in that mixture, and amount is the number of mole. So the partial pressure is directly proportional to the n, that is the number of mole, that is the amount of gas in that mixture. Now this proves that, or this implies that the total pressure also, that is the total pressure is of the different gases in that mixture. P total, that is the total pressure of the mixture of gases at constant volume and temperature is equal to the sum of the partial pressures or individual pressures of the gas which exert the pressure in the mixture. So this implies that the total pressure of the mixture of gas at constant volume and temperature is equal to the sum of pressure that individual gas exert in that mixture. And this is nothing but the Dalton's law of partial pressure. Now from ideal gas equation, let us also calculate the individual pressures of the gas number 1, 2 and 3. Now how we can calculate? From this equation of the ideal gas, P is equal to nRT divided by V, we can say that P1 is equal to N1 RT divided by V. Why I write this N1, that is out to the bracket of this? Because these are, that is the gas constant, temperature is also constant and volume is a constant that are given. So all this quantity RT divided by V is constant. So P1 is equal to N1 RT divided by V. Similarly, P2 is equal to N2 RT divided by V. P3 is equal to N3 RT divided by V, and so on. Suppose this is the equation number X. Now, on addition of this partial pressure, we obtain the total pressure of the mixture. So P total is equal to addition of P1 plus P2 plus P3. But what is P1? P1 is equal to N1 RT divided by V. What is P2? P2 is N2 RT divided by V. So plus N3 RT divided by V, and so on. Now let us take common this RT divided by V. So I take here RT divided by V as a common. So P total is equal to RT divided by V in bracket N1 plus N2 plus N3 and so on. Now we know that this N1, N2, N3 are the total number of moles of the individual gases in the mixture. So let suppose it is N total. This N1 plus N2 plus N3 is equal to N total. So this equation becomes total pressure of the mixture is equal to RT divided by V N total. That is the total number of moles of the mixture of different gases. Now let us calculate the mole fraction. Now you know that in solid state and again in the qualitative property, we calculate the number of moles as number of moles X. We use the letter X for that. Now these are the number of moles of number 1 gas. That is in that mixture, so I write here X1, here X1. Now how it is calculate number of, that is the mole fraction, sorry. X1 is the mole fraction of gas number 1. So X1 is equal to N1 divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3. That means total number of moles of all the gases present in the mixture. This N1, N2 and N3. And N1 is the number of moles of gas number 1. So mole fraction is calculated as X1 is equal to N1 divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3. Now these N1 plus N2 plus N3 are nothing but the summation is nothing but the N total. That is number of moles of the mixture. x1, that is the mole fraction of number 1 gas, is given as x1 is equal to n1 divided by n total. Now suppose this is equation number 1. Then from equation number x and y, what we obtain? Let us see.